This evening on ENN Tonight.
Honoring the life of a special Elon community member.
We have what you need to know about the updated Elon billing system.
And the North Carolina House passes a bill to ban phones in the classroom.
I know there's a lot of push at the state level, both in House and Senate, to come to a cell phone free classroom.
Those stories and more.
ENN Tonight starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for our last ENN Tonight of the semester. I'm Abigail Hines.
And I'm Abby Gravely.
A popular Elon bar is remembering the life of their beloved employee with a celebration for locals and Elon seniors. ENN's Fiona McAllister is live outside of Polly's with more details on this event. Fiona, what's going on so far?
Avenue lies the popular bar Elon's Polly's Pub and Grill. Now, in rain or shine, day by day, Polly's sees both regulars and newcomers stop in for a drink, and the one to greet them all was Joe Swift. A little over 2 weeks ago, Swift died from complications of a stroke at the age of 59. The Polly's staff and locals in the area, especially Elon students, are here to highlight his life with a toast. Polly's is selling mocktails in honor of Swift because he was known not to drink alcohol. Those at Polly's now know Swift to be the man who's been helping to hold down the door. Swift's 6 years working for Polly's is especially prominent to the senior class, as they had known him for all 4 years at Elon. This event will run until 8 p.m. and is encouraged for seniors to stop by and grab a drink. There will be a raffle event where people can buy tickets and show support for Swift's family. That's all I have for you right now. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you for that highlight, Fiona. We'll be checking back in with her later on in the show.
Although this school year is coming to an end, the class of 2029 is preparing to start their college journey. For the incoming freshman class, they'll be traveling from all over the country. The top states for the class of 2029 will be the southern states of Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and Virginia. And now creeping up more north, Elon will have students from Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, and Massachusetts. The Phoenix are flying in all 50 states after Elon University admissions told Elon News Network that the university now has students from every state. And to go along with those top states, here are the most popular majors for the new class that they're showing interest in. We have psychology, marketing, finance, business analytics, exercise science, nursing, engineering, sport management, elementary education, and political science. That's all I have for you on the new student demographics. I'll see you back at the desk.
Elon Student Government Association President Anya Braddock has joined a growing list of student leaders nationwide signing a petition opposing federal overreach in higher education. The petition, titled Sign On, National Letter from Elected Student Leaders Defending Higher Education, was initiated by the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill student body president. It criticizes recent federal actions affecting diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, funding, curricula, and international student visas. As of May 1st, it has been signed by 135 student leaders, including representatives from Duke University, UNC Greensboro, UNC Asheville, and Wake Forest. Braddock emphasized that her decision was not politically motivated, but aimed at expressing solidarity with students concerned about political interference in higher education.
Regardless of political affiliation, this is something that people of probably different political parties have agreed that we need to stand up for, that we need to stand up for protecting the rights and the freedoms of our students. So if anything, I think this has been a really encouraging statement that has been put out.
Braddock's signature adds to a growing student response to recent federal actions as student leaders across the country continue to weigh in on higher education policy.
Starting May 13th, 2025, Elon University is launching a new e-bill system aiming to make tuition payments easier and more efficient. The Bursar's office, which will soon be renamed Student Financial Services, is making changes to its billing system for the first time in nearly a decade. Elon's Bursar's office employee, Alessandra Gabriel, says the goal is to create a more user-friendly and streamlined experience for students and families. The new system updates will include real-time access to your account balances and payment history, integrated installment plans, and easier access to account information. Gabriel says that the Bursar's office wants to prioritize fixing past problems with this new system.
What we knew kind of the pain points from students and parents of what they were struggling with and the needs that were not really being met with the current system. So we knew, based off of that, kind of where we wanted to go. It was just finding the right vendor that was going to.
Elon will be partnering with the new server Firewire to create the website, with the first bill scheduled to come out on June 24th, with a due date set for August 1st. For those whose parents or guardians assist with tuition, those people should know that they need to reset their password the first time they log in, starting at 9 a.m. on Tuesday, May 13th. Students will not need to reset anything to access their accounts.
New legislation in the North Carolina House of Representatives could change the way public schools deal with cell phones in the classroom. I have more on the details of House Bill 87. The North Carolina House of Representatives passed the cell phone-free education bill in a 114-3 vote. This bill would require all public schools in North Carolina to implement a cell phone ban. Alamance Burlington School System Board Chair Sandy Ellington Graves says ABSS has a cell phone policy and that she supports a statewide ban.
I know there's a lot of push at the state level, both in House and Senate, to come to a cell phone-free classroom, and that's something that I would certainly get behind.
Elon psychology professor Dr. Bilal Gandor says cell phones can have lasting negative impacts on teenagers.
Since 2015, the rates of depression and anxiety have gone up dramatically for teenagers. One of the things that seemed to be the tipping point was around 2015, 2016, where cell phone users and smartphone users and social media really erupted in our society.
Dr. Gandor said the impact of cell phone usage can be felt in the classroom.
The more you spend time invested in very quick, turning, moving images, data, the less you're able to focus on something long-term.
If the Senate passes House Bill 87, North Carolina will be the 16th state to enforce a cell phone ban or restriction for its schools. Abigail Hines, ENN Tonight. The current legislative session will wrap up at the end of July.
Up next, we'll have your Phoenix 5-day forecast for this very rainy week.
And stay tuned for an annual Elon Memorial that remembers the amazing gifts given to Elon undergraduate human anatomy.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depressing stuff.
That's what white people think. You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready? I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hate is loud, but love is the majority.
We've had a rainy start to finals week. Let's see what the rest of the week will bring. For the first and last time, let's check in with seniors Avery Sloan and Abigail Hobbs in this studio for your Phoenix 5-day forecast.
Thanks, Abigail. I'm Avery Sloan.
And I'm Abigail Hobbs. And today we are going to let you know what you need to expect weather-wise this week.
After a rainy and cloudy weekend, the rain is set to continue into this week. A flood watch was put in place beginning last night at 2 a.m. until tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. A flood watch does not mean flooding is occurring, but that conditions are favorable for one to happen.
Right now it is 68 degrees out with rain set to continue into the night and thunderstorms set to begin at 10 p.m.
Now let's take a look at your Phoenix 5-day forecast.
Tomorrow we'll have a high of 74 and likely thunderstorms.
Wednesday will be partly cloudy and see possible rain showers.
Thursday will also be partly cloudy with a high of 83 and a UV index of 9.
It will be a mostly overcast day on Friday with a high of 87.
Finally, Saturday should be partly cloudy and also a high of 87.
This week will feel especially hot as high humidity persists with levels expected to range from 64 to 97%.
For seniors looking forward to graduation events next week, it looks like a particularly cloudy conditions will continue with very low chances of rain.
That's all from us in here. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you for the weather update. For the past 4 years, Abigail and Avery have worked tirelessly to bring our weekly newspaper to life. Avery is the executive director of ENN and managing editor of The Pendulum, and Abigail is our copy chief.
Their contributions have been essential to ENN's success, and their leadership has made a positive impact on our newsroom. We can't wait to see what they do next. Thanks for always catching our typos and writing the stories that matter. Students and faculty at Elon are reacting to the historic election of Pope Leo, the first American to lead the Catholic Church. Before being elected as the Pope, Cardinal Robert Prevost had an influential social media presence where he would share his opinion and aspects of different world issues. Associate Chaplain for Catholic Life, Father Peter Tremblay, says having a Pope with a social media presence will influence the younger generations to spread his messages.
I think it's where the young are. I think for a pope to have some competency, familiarity with social media means that he's going to be able to bring his message to where most of the world is right now, including the young.
Catholic Campus Ministries' upcoming masses are this Wednesday, Friday, and next Tuesday at 12:15 p.m. and on Sunday at 10 a.m. and 5 p.m.
Students and faculty at Elon University came together for a memorial to those who made the ultimate gift to education, donating their bodies to science. The annual memorial service was held inside the Newman Lumen Pavilion to honor the university's body donors, known as silent teachers. The event also recognized the Elon Anatomy Teaching Assistant Program students, or TTAPs. More than 75 students attended, reflecting on the impact of 4 donors who were part of this year's anatomy studies. Stories and findings were shared, and letters from donor families were read aloud. Elon's undergraduate anatomy program, established in 1999, gives students hands-on experience with human anatomy, an opportunity many say has shaped both their learning and personal growth.
We get to see the donors firsthand. We get to see muscles, tendons, ligaments, you name it. We get to see it all. And it's something that I will cherish forever and not take for granted what I've learned from them.
Dr. Matthew Clark, coordinator of the Human Anatomy program, says that the 2 programs at McMichael Science Center and the Francis Center are very unique.
With final exams underway, Elon's Belk Library gave students a chance to de-stress with a little help from a 4-legged friend. Shelby, a certified therapy dog, visited Belk Library today for Pause and Relax, an event designed to support student wellness during finals week. Students stopped by Belk Library to take a break, spend time with Shelby during a busy exam week. Interacting with therapy dogs has been shown to lower stress levels, reduce anxiety, and boost mood, a welcome pause during a high-pressure week.
Up next, an Elon artifact found 10,300 miles away is displayed in Elon's archives.
And after the break, I'll have an update on some Elon teams who are competing at the national stage.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Even more than I wanted a gold medal, I wanted a heart of gold, like the mentors who were my balance beams refusing to let me down, and the coaches who spoke out to anything out of bounds, heroes who never stood on podiums, but stood up for me. Every shot I made, give the assist to those who since my youth were referees, ready to blow the whistle and end abuse.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Kudos, Carl. You've always had a need for speed. Racing anything with wheels, speed reading novels in record time, yelling out 3, 2, 1 at every traffic light. But this time, you've taken your power obsession to the next level. By purchasing this electric vehicle, you've given yourself instant torque that blows your old launch times away, which will keep you saying, woo-wee, every time you punch the pedal. Good for your adrenaline, great for the planet. That's the power of EV.
As this year comes to a close, a few Elon sports teams are still competing on the national scene. Our Kathan Gandhi is in studio to update us on which teams are still standing. Kathan, what's been going on?
There are 3 Elon teams that you should be keeping your eye on right now. Abigail, first is men's golf, who recently won its first ever CAA tournament in program history. Head coach Don Hill won CAA Coach of the Year. Senior Garrett Reisner and sophomore Jack Wheeler were named to the CAA first team. With the CAA championship, men's golf earned a chance to compete in the NCAA tournament, which started today. The team will compete for 2 more days at the Bremerton Regional, which is hosted in Washington. Now, while men's golf is in the middle of a battle in the NCAA tourney, Elon softball is preparing for its own NCAA appearance after winning the CAA championship this Saturday. The Phoenix were led by dominant performances from senior Caitlin Wells and Greta Hessenthaler. The tournament will begin on May 16th. Elon men's club Frisbee, who call themselves the Big Fat Bombs, also earned a spot in the national tournament for the first time in 10 years. It was a really exciting moment for the Bombs. I was able to attend practice as they're gearing up for their tournament next weekend.
As the Big Fat Bombs prepare for their first Nationals appearance in 10 years, they'll be the only team without a head coach.
Having a coach usually is somebody that can make sure our mental game is just as good as our physical game. And obviously, since we don't have that, it's on us, it's on the captains and on myself to make sure that the team, our heads are right. So I think it's all about support with this team and then that competitive spirit as well.
That spirit has led the Bombs close to Nationals in the past. but new strategies have taken the team to a new level.
The systems are really clicking. Everyone's doing what they're supposed to. We're really playing by the book more, which was something we used to not do, but I think it's really worked well for us.
As the team travels to Burlington, Washington to compete next weekend, they have one thing in mind.
I just want to win. That's it.
Kathan Gandhi, ENN Tonight.
The new 17-court pickleball complex is officially open at Burlington City Park. I attended the grand opening and have some more on how the community feels about the addition.
The Burlington City Park Pickleball Complex grand opening saw score tallies,
16-2,
rallies, and lots of community. The event featured a ribbon cutting, clinics, and more, and welcomed players of all ages and skill levels.
Yeah, if you're coming to this pickleball court, I hope you have a great time.
To Mebane resident Sheila Simpson, the community around pickleball is something special.
I'm brand new, and I didn't come from racket sports, so I had a disadvantage when it came to learning some of the basic skills. But everybody was really nice and welcoming and very encouraging, and everybody plays with everybody, and I think it's wonderful.
Abby Gravely, ENN Tonight.
The courts are open to all Burlington residents, though those who pay for memberships get special privileges, such as court rentals, a ball machine, and discounts on merchandise.
We are now heading back to Fiona at Polly's to see how the event is going.
All right, thanks, Abigail. Right now, I'm here with Mr. Patrick Pergar. You are the Polly's DJ, as I hear. And so I know today we're doing a little memorial kind of celebration for Joe, who passed away recently. Could you just tell me about your relationship with him?
Joe, I met Joe when I first started coming here started working here a few years ago. And from the first time I met him, it was never a love-hate relationship. I mean, he was like a brother to me. Just fun to mess around with. Always joked with everybody, but at the end of the night, he always made sure everybody got home safe, and just made sure this place was running smoothly. Just always fun to be around.
That's
so
great.
Yeah, he was definitely like a brother to me.
I'm sure you miss him tons.
I do. I do. It's I look up at the front at those nights, and I'm like, where's Joe?
I know. And I know as you DJ, do you know what Joe's favorite song was?
Yeah, actually, yes. Well, there was a song that he always had me play. It was called Peeping Through the Window. It was not very appropriate, but if you knew Joe, there was not much that he could tell you was appropriate, because that's just how he was. He was just a fun guy. Awesome. And we always played that for him.
I'm sure, yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. We're heading back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Fiona. 32 Elon College alumni are known to have died in World War II. 50 years after the conflict, a chance discovery on the other side of the world brought a veteran story back home, where it remains today.
Archivist and assistant librarian Randall Bowman has spent the past few years building a collection documenting the story of Dewey Hooper, a 1940 Elon graduate and World War II veteran. Most of Hooper's story surrounds his death at age 23 in a plane crash in Australia.
Although his life was cut short, he went and did something important, and something that people need to know about.
But most people didn't know about Hooper until the 1990s, when Australian Ron Deering explored the crash site, finding everything from plane parts,
see how twisted it and beat up it is,
to personal effects.
You can smell it.
One item, Hooper's class ring, led Deering back to Hooper's family,
as you can see, it's
and to Elon.
Well, the centerpiece of the collection, so to speak, is his ring here, which apparently sat up on the side of this mountain for 50 years.
To Bowman, these artifacts help the Elon community remember in ways that stories alone can't.
Thankfully, they were given to us, and we can share the story of Hooper and his fellow soldiers and airmen, and their service and their sacrifice.
Abby Gravely, ENN Tonight.
Coming up, we have a shout out for a special senior.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
In 4 days. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children. She didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth without any bread.
There you go.
And kissed them all soundly.
Night night.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Women are bad with money. That's what the world's been saying for centuries. But now we've got something to say.
Save it. It's time to save ourselves by saving our money.
Until we're no longer 80% more likely than men to live in poverty in retirement.
Save it. The falsehoods, the feelings of fault.
Then, the funds. Learn how to save for your retirement at wesaysaveit.org.
I've always been told I gotta be strong. Thick skin, tough as nails. But to be everything for everybody, it wears on you. Black don't crack, they say. But it can. We all can. Reach out to a friend if you see them going through it. No matter who you are, being vulnerable is what makes us whole. Learn how to help at seizetheawkward.org.
Elon University's campus is home to wildlife, like the ducks in Lake Mary Nell. ENN's Rachel Hawley found ways for students to keep the safety of ducks in mind, while still enjoying their company.
With the spring season at Lake Mary Nell in full swing, there are some new ducklings for students to see. Elon Oaks Veterinary Hospital owner Christina Belton says that there are a few things students do that could harm the ducks' health. She says feeding them things like bread or granola is not good for their diet.
Their diet is primarily plant-based, which makes sense, right, with their environment.
Belton says that picking up the ducks, especially the ducklings, can cause harm.
Baby ducks are pretty fragile. They can break really easily, and there are like oils on our hands that can affect the normal structure of their feathers.
Belton says that if you want to appreciate the ducks, the best way to do that is at a distance. Rachel Hawley, ENN Tonight.
Belton says, quote, "For the most part with all wildlife, our goal is to appreciate them, observe them, but not directly interact."
As we wrap up the last show of the semester, we want to take a moment to honor a member of our team who has been essential to Elon News Network over the past 4 years. Our Aaron Martin happens to be in the director's seat right now.
You might not know Aaron's face, but you definitely know their work. Aaron works behind the scenes as ENN's design chief and often directs ENN Tonight. Aaron coordinates and designs graphics for every medium, from graphs in the paper to animations in the show.
Aaron is an incredible photographer known for capturing Elon athletics. We frequently call on Aaron for technology help, and she's always there to lend a hand. It goes without saying that this organization is losing a vital member of our team.
We'll miss you and your scooter in the newsroom, and we wish you luck in the next chapter of your life. Well, that's all the news we have for you this evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Head over to our website, elonnewsnetwork.com, for stories, sports, and more, and be sure to check in over the summer.
And make sure to follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
Have a great summer, Elon.